my name is Moni.
And I'm Naveen from Before You Play.
Today we're going to be continuing our Uwe Rosenberg series with a two-player spin-off of Caverna called Cave versus Cave.
Yes, this one is designed, of course, by Uwe Rosenberg. It's a two-player only game. This one came out in 2017. And if you're familiar with these smaller box versions of the bigger box games of Uwe Rosenberg, this is the one that's modeled after Caverna. When we set out to do this Uwe Rosenberg series, I don't think we anticipated doing this, but I was able to pick this up recently at a flea market, and so here we are. We're going to be playing it today.
Yes, there are also two other two-player spin-offs of other games. There's one for Le Havre, which I don't think we're going to be including in this series, and there's also one for Agricola, which we've already covered. And so for that video, as well as any of the other videos in our series, feel free to click the playlist that's up there. Now, as per usual, we are going to start with a teach of the game and then go straight into our two-player playthrough and end with a discussion. If you'd like to jump around, we'll include timestamps in the description below.
Now, lastly, if you like these kind of videos and you want to follow us along on the other Uwe Rosenberg games, feel free to subscribe.
And without further ado, we are ready to begin. So if you please direct your attention to the center of the table, we're all set up here for our two-player game of Caverna, Cave versus Cave. Welcome to the Cave versus Cave.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
Yeah, me, you.
That's right. We each have our own personal caves and only caves this time. We don't have the farming aspect. Because over the course of the game, all we're going to be doing is excavating our caves and building out rooms and getting out resources. Because after 8 rounds total, our scores are going to be just the points that we get from our rooms plus any gold that we have left over. And whoever has the most points there is going to be the winner. So it's fairly simple.
Yeah, if you're familiar with some of the iconography from some of the other games, all the points are going to be depicted on these room tiles at the top right corner.
On all the shields.
And like Monique said, the gold.
Now, the way that the game works is each round we are going to reveal a new action tile. And so at the start of the game, we're only going to have these 5 options available. And then starting with the first player, we're just going to be taking turns, taking one of these actions, the entire tile actually, until each of us has taken the number of actions as indicated on the tile we revealed. So in the first round, we're each going to get 2 actions each. And we're literally on your turn, we're going to say, I'm going to take the excavation action. Then I'll pull that action tile towards my side to show that it's been taken. And now when it's Naveen's turn, he cannot choose this tile. He has to choose one of the others.
Think of it like a action selection, worker placement, but no worker actually goes on there.
Right. You're just taking the action. And we're going to go over all these actions as we play the game, but just so you have an idea as to what we're going to be doing here, some of the actions will just get us resources. And so all of our resources are kept track on our goods indicator here. We have food, gold, wood, stone. I think this is
Emmer.
flax,
Yeah,
and this
flax.
is emmer.
Yeah, flax is green, emmer is yellow.
Because emmer is the ancient, an ancient form of grain, apparently. And so any action tiles that just has the plus next to it just gets us those goods. We're going to be using these goods to exchange for food, because we will need food in order to build out our rooms onto our cave floors. And so that is going to be with actions such as housework over here that says 1 food per action in a round, or 5 food or 1 gold to place out a room. But before you can place out these rooms, you have to excavate. And so actions that have this kind of pickaxe will allow us to excavate by removing one of the face down rooms that are in our cavern, as long as it's orthogonally close to the entrance, meaning you can draw an orthogonal path to that room. The room gets removed, and then you place it in the center here for anybody to be able to build. So as we kind of pick at our caves, we're going to be adding to the selection of rooms that we can build.
Yeah, these are all unique tiles. They're all shuffled and placed onto our board, and after we excavate, we will flip it up. Now, so we don't have to reshuffle. We're not going to expose it, but when we do, we'll explain what the tile does.
That's right. There are 2 different colors of rooms. We have orange rooms, which we see here, and each of us also has a pre-printed orange room. And orange rooms give us a specific ability that we can use whenever we activate them. The blue rooms are going to give us a certain benefit that's more situational. But the rule here is you can never have more blue rooms than orange rooms. Actually, it's the other way around. You must always have more orange rooms than blue rooms in your cavern. You can never tie. The last thing is, in order to use or activate your face-up orange rooms, you have to take actions such as undergrowth or cultivation, which give you an orange number. And so that number indicates how many different orange rooms in your cavern you can activate that turn. And actually, I forgot, there's 2 last things. One thing is we always have an anytime action here that allows us to exchange either gold, emmer, or flax for 1 food.
Again, gold is 1 point at the end of the game.
Yes. And the other thing is, in order for you to actually build these, there's a wall configuration that you have to abide by. And it's shown at the top right-hand corner of the tile itself. Any kind of darkened lines mean that a wall is required to be present in that configuration. And you can rotate the tile. It doesn't have to be exactly that. Anytime you see a white line, that means you can optionally have a wall there, because any edges that don't show a wall mean you're not allowed to have walls in those areas.
Yeah, and our caves come with walls kind of pre-printed. It's like this whole area, and then we can also construct them over the course of the game at some point.
Exactly. And that's about it. Everything else we'll just discover as we play the game.
Yep.
So are you ready to begin?
Let's do it. So we flip over that tile, right?
Well, we have to see who goes first, because there is a first player that rotates. Rochambeau?
Let's do odds and evens.
Okay, what do you odds?
Evens in. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
3.
Odds.
Right. It's
Monique.
me. I am going to be going first, so I get this first player
I really wanted to go first.
You did?
Yeah.
I
There's
didn't
no
really
extra resource or anything for 1
matter to
second.
me.
So
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, so first round, let's go ahead and flip this over. This is masonry.
Okay.
So if it's not obvious, these tiles get shuffled in their groups.
Right.
So we're going to have more and more actions as the game progresses. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go first. And if it's not evident, masonry allows you to build a wall.
There you go.
It actually lets you do all 3 of those things once in the action. Anytime you see a diagonal slash, that's ore.
Yeah, so in this case, you can do excavation. You can pay 2 food for double excavation, and you can also gain 1 ore.
Right.
Or stone, sorry.
All right, first action. I'm going to start by building my favorite room, my favorite starter room.
Yeah.
And that is the shelf. So in order for me to build a room right now, I need to take the housework action. And this is going to cost me, I guess with this action, you could actually build 2 rooms because it's separated by a horizontal line. But one is going to cost me 5 food or 1 gold, which I don't want to use because that's a point. Or I can pay 2 food because it's 1 food per number of actions in that round.
Right.
And right now we have 2 actions each.
Okay. You start the game with 1 food.
Yeah, we start the game with 1 of each type of good. I am going to take this anytime action to exchange emmer for food. That's essentially what you're using these emmer and grain for, or flax. And then I'm going to spend the 2 food and a wood to build the shelf.
Yeah, you are.
Because the shelf requires me to spend 1 wood. It's going to get me 3 points. And it also requires me to have 1 wall on one side. You can only have 1 wall on one side. And so my only available space is this one. It has the 1 wall on that one side, so I can build it there. And so what this is going to allow me to do is whenever I activate this tile, I can choose wood, stone, flax, or emmer, and move them up to 2. So 1 goods I can bring up to quantity of 2, if that makes sense. So if they're all at 2, then it's worthless, basically.
Which is great, because if you have your emmer at 0, you move it up to 2, then now you can anytime action turn it into 2 food.
That's the plan.
So there you go.
We shall see. All right, that's me.
Very good.
Now it goes to you.
Okay, so I know exactly what I want to do. I don't want you to have excavation, so I kind of have to take this action. I don't care to take this action right now, but I will. So I'm going to do this.
Do it if it benefits
you. It does benefit me, because eventually I'm going to want to.
Naveen's actions are always going to be moving upwards.
Yes,
I'm always going to move the tiles
That way
downwards.
we can kind of track.
Yeah.
So remember, when you excavate, you have to draw a path orthogonally adjacent to the cave or some sort of pathway. So these 2. So I can excavate here, 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 or here. Those are my only options.
Right. It does not have to be adjacent to the entrance. You just have to be able to draw a path from the entrance.
Something we didn't show in the teach, there are some hidden foods in certain places.
That's supposed to be a surprise.
Oh, I'm sorry. But people should know that they exist. So if I was to excavate this one right away,
you get a food.
I can get a food. I'm going to do that. Let's go ahead and just do that.
So do you want to excavate once or twice?
So I'm just going to excavate once.
Okay.
I'm not going to get too greedy because I can only really build once.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to be able to do this anytime soon.
Okay.
So I'm going to excavate. So by doing that, I'm just spending the axe. There's no resources. This then becomes a buildable building for us. So there you go. It's a junction room. We're at 6 points.
Oh.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm going to immediately, because I've uncovered it, get food. So now I have 2 food to start the game.
Yep.
And then I get to take this bottom action here, which is get myself a little stone.
Nice.
There we go.
So these rooms are shuffled all together and then randomly divided between our 2 caves.
Right.
So we do not know which rooms are going to come out and when.
It's a mystery.
We're also not super familiar with the game. We've only played it a couple of times, so we haven't memorized the rooms. I imagine if this is something that you play regularly, you'll be familiar with them.
I definitely don't have a combination of like this room.
Yeah.
I then need to get this one to this one
Yes.
so they can all synergize.
We're
in
still
my
in
head.
the go with the flow phase.
Make a
of
decision as you
playing
see
this
it.
game.
Yeah,
Yes.
totally. Okay, that was me. So your second one.
All right. Well, I'm going to take the masonry action.
Okay.
So this is going to allow me to do 3 things. I'm going to start by building a wall, which is this bottom action. So walls can be built in between any of the cave rooms, I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
And the wall requirement only has to be true when you are taking the action to build the room. So there's going to be an action later on that allows you to remove walls, and that does not change anything you've already built in your cave.
Yeah, it's just an immediate kind of requirement.
Yes. So I'm going to go like that.
What are you doing?
I'm just building a wall. All right.
Okay.
So I did that. I'm going to take a wood, because it's wood or stone. And then this is the first time that we're seeing this type of action. I get to take this number 1, and it allows me to just activate one of my orange rooms. So I'm going to activate the shelf, and I'm going to bring the emmer up to 2.
You're doing what you wanted.
Yeah. So I
There
choose
you
one of
go.
those things and bring it up to 2.
Yeah.
All right, Naveen, your second action.
Ooh, boy. So I think I'm going to do cultivation.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and just grab the 2 items below. So
I
She
really
likes
wanted
it.
to use the big one. So.
Yeah.
All right, that
That's
is
it,
it.
yeah.
That is the end of the round. So
Is
we
you
go
gonna
ahead and
slide
reset
back?
these.
I get first dibs.
You do get first
So,
dibs.
in a 2-player game, you know you're going to go back to back
Yes.
on alternate rounds, which
Right.
is good.
So you take the last action and the first action of the next round. So you
Yeah.
can kind of plan that way.
Totally.
So let's reveal our next action, shall we?
What do we have?
We have undermining.
Ooh.
So this is activate 2 different orange rooms, or you can excavate ones, but you can excavate through walls.
Very
so you
good.
do not have to be able to draw an orthogonal path. You can
Yeah.
excavate through a wall.
Had Monique built a wall here, she could excavate because this is technically adjacent to
Yes.
it. With a wall, she would be able to dig underneath.
You still cannot excavate past face down rooms,
Mm-hmm.
though. These are not considered walls, but they do block the path.
Right. So I'm going to go first, and I don't think I can allow Monique. Well,
What are
don't-
you doing?
You don't have anything excavated, do you?
Just further your own cave.
I will, but the thing is, you don't have anything excavated, so I don't have to
Yet.
really worry about this. You have to take an excavation action, open up space, and then it'll be too late to take this action.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to take the excavation action.
Okay.
So I'm going to go up right here. So I'm going to get my 1 stone, and then I'm going to open up. I'm going to open up this room right over here.
Okay.
So this will be exposed.
Another orange.
Another orange.
The furniture workshop.
Okay.
So you can turn in 2 wood and 1 emmer for 3 gold. It's a money-making
It's a
machine.
money-making machine.
Oh,
I had plans.
I thought it was a furniture workshop. See?
I guess
They're all fronts.
Yeah, it's a front. Yeah.
Furniture stores.
I had my eyes on a
I
different
knew it.
one, but now that that's exposed, I think I kind of want it. Will I be
Okay.
able to use it? I do have the configuration to do it. So,
Well, you better have a wood and flax machine as well, if that's the case.
well, that's my action. I can't take it quite yet.
Okay, well, seeing as Naveen is doing that, I'm gonna do
Undermining?
do I want to do undermining? I mean, I guess so.
Yeah.
I'll do undermining. So I can either
You can either activate both of these rooms or excavate.
I'm gonna excavate, I guess. It doesn't feel good, but I guess I'll excavate this one.
You get food.
I do get food, don't I?
Yeah. What would
The
you expose?
stall.
The
Let me get the
stall.
food because I know I'm gonna forget this. So the stall, you have to pay a gold and a wood though, but it lets you turn in 5 flax for 4 gold or 5 emmer for 4 gold. Wow.
And it's worth
that's
6
4
points. You also have to be aware of those
That's
points
true.
at the top right.
Yeah.
By the way, your gold can max at 19.
Yes.
You cannot push beyond that. So that's just something to be aware of.
Everything else can only max at 9. Gold is the only one that can go further than that because you flip it over and it has the plus 10 symbol. So
19 points in gold is
yeah,
possible.
that's nice.
Well, I think I have to take this action. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. It's
Okay.
going to be housework. We're
Yep.
going to go ahead and build. So it's going to cost me 2 food.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to go 1, 2. And oh boy.
You want that?
I think I have to take that.
Okay.
All right, so
Where
I'm
are
gonna
you
take
going to
it.
build it here?
Yeah, I'm going to build it here. So this thing has kind of an L shape.
Yeah.
I do have an L-shaped natural wall that's built here, so it's going to cost me 1 wood, 2 stone, which I've been accumulating, and now I have this. It's worth 5 points at the end of the game, and I'm just going to lock it in.
You don't have to. You can keep it like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Uwe says so himself in the rule book.
Nice.
You can orient the walls differently, but you can also just move the
that's nice.
thing so you can read it.
As long as we can outline it, I guess that makes sense.
Yes.
All right, that's my action.
Okay, so back to me for my last action, knowing that I'm going first next. I think I'll take cultivation.
Yeah.
So that's 2, 1, 2, Emmer, 1 flex, 2 yellow, 1 green, and I can activate one thing.
They're essentially the same.
They're essentially the same because these are all at 1.
The only thing you cannot move is gold.
Yeah. What do I need? Do I need wood or stone? That's the question. I'm going to go wood because everything else that I see that requires stone only needs 1.
Yeah.
All right. That is it. That is the end of the round. This game is very quick.
It's quick, yeah.
So let's go ahead and reset the actions. Now I'm going to go first.
You are.
And let's reveal our next action tile. This is the last round of us taking 2 actions each. Here we go. Furnishing. So 1 food, and you pay 1 food per action to place a room.
It's basically a discount housework.
It is a discount because it gets you a food before you take the action.
Yeah.
But you can only build 1 room.
Exactly.
So, all right, well, I revealed it. Might as well take it.
Yeah.
So let's go furnishing. So that's going to get me a food. And then right now we're still in the 2 action. So I have to pay 2 to build a room. And I think I'm going to go with the spinning wheel. So this costs me 1 wood. So here's the 1 wood. It requires me to have 1 wall on one side, which I do have right there. And it's going to be 4 points. I can turn in flax for gold. So that might be very useful later. But for now, it shall go there.
It's worth 4 points.
It is. All right, back to you.
Ah, very nice. I think I kind of like this grindstone over there.
Grindstone?
Food is needed in order to build out more stuff. I don't really have a food engine, but that's what I'm going to try to use this for. So I will use my housework.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and slide this up. Unfortunately, I don't get it. Yeah. So I'm going to spend, this is kind of funny because I'm going to have to spend the thing to create food to then not be able to use it on those. That's okay. So it's going to go 1, 2. That's going to represent the 1, 2 food that's going to go up. And then I'm spending the 2 food because we're in round 2. Make sense?
Yep, makes sense.
Okay, so then I will take that grindstone. So I'm going to have to spend my last stone.
Okay.
I grinded it out. And then this one, it requires 1 wall plus a maybe wall. So I'm just going to...
An
optional wall,
second wall.
I'm just going to put it right here. It doesn't really matter in this moment. So I do have the 1 wall here to represent it. And then now it's worth 4 points.
Very good. And you spent the stone, I'm assuming.
I did, yeah.
All right.
So I do have the option of spending 1 more gold if I wanted to furnish a second one.
Yeah, you do have space right there.
Yeah, the way I see it is I cannot physically place any of these in there. The only one that would be legal is this one, but I'd have to spend the 1 gold I have, and that's one of the costs for building the stall. So I cannot build any more, even if I wanted to.
All right. Well, that means it is back to me, and I think I'm going to double excavate here. So I'll take a stone. And then I have to spend 2 food to do that. So now that my flax is so useful, I'm going to spend my grain down.
So down to 2.
What was it? Was that 4?
I think it was at 4, yeah.
1, 2. So that's my food. And I can double excavate.
Sure.
So I'm just going to excavate this way.
Okay.
Which is a shame because this is where the other food is.
But you can excavate this way and up.
I can, but I'm seeing the wall configurations,
Yeah.
and this will give me my... most options.
The silly thing is by double excavating, you're going to reveal 2 new ones. So by doing that, you might reveal something that does work for you.
I'm going to go this way.
Yeah.
You've convinced me.
Yeah.
All right, so here's 1.
Okay, there you go.
The redding room. So this is our first blue room. It costs a stone. And whenever you gain, I think this is whenever you gain 1 to 3 flax, you get a food. So
that is not good.
That is.
Because you're looking to gain flax.
That's great.
And
actually.
it has a wall configuration you want.
Well, it's fantastic. And then this one is the treasury. You pay 3 gold. This has to be completely encircled with walls. So this is a tough one.
That's a tough one.
But it gets you 10 points, and you can use it to turn 3 gold into 4 gold and a food. That's kind of tough. But if you're kind of maxing out at 19, that might be useful.
Yeah, totally.
So there's my 1 food.
Nice.
There we go. All right, back to you.
Okay. So I'm a little resource starved here. I need to figure out a way to get more. I might end up having to do cultivation. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to get 2 emmer, 1 flax, and then I'm going to... What's that? Oh, sorry. Thank you.
1 flax.
1 flax.
I don't think flax is singular for flower. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe you're wrong.
We
Yep.
can just call it green and yellow.
Green and yellow. Perfect. And then I'm going to be able to do one of these actions. So I think I'm going to need food in order to do more stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use my one action token to spend one and then get 3 food. So
That's
1, 2,
awesome.
3.
Wow, what a
Yeah.
fantastic exchange.
So food. So this is going to turn into food ideally for me, and this is
Yeah.
going to turn into gold for me. So I have each
Oh.
resource is doing their own thing.
Oh, nice. That's
I don't know if
cool.
that's going to work in the end.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
All right, that is the end of the round. So
Yep.
Naveen, you're going first.
Me.
Next.
Let's reset
And let's
these.
go ahead and reset these.
Okay.
And then I guess let's just reveal the next one.
Sure.
So starting this round, we each get 3 actions now.
That
and you can
feels better.
always see how many actions you get based off of the number of people that are down there.
Oh, yeah.
So we have expansion.
More.
Lets you excavate and pay either 5 food or 2 gold to furnish a cavern.
That's nice.
Yeah. So now we have lots of options for furnishing.
Mm-hmm. Take it away.
Please.
All right. So I think I want to construct on this nice, beautiful little spot right here.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to do the one that gives me access to cheap construction.
Okay.
So I gain 1 food.
Yep.
And then because we are now doing 3 actions total, it's going to cost me 3 food. So my 4 goes down to 1.
Ugh.
And I know,
Expensive.
it is expensive. It's only going to get more expensive.
What did you have your eyes on?
Well, the only spot I can build on is here.
Mhm.
And so there's very few that are actually legal. This one and this one. And because I have no stone, I have to do the stall here. So
Oh,
the
okay.
stall is going to cost me 1 wood, my last wood, 1 gold, and then I have 1 mandatory wall and then 2 potential optional walls. So it's technically going to be like something like that. And we're just going to place it there. So now I can convert more of my, what is this called again?
You're yellow. We're
Yellow.
gonna call it your yellow.
My
Ember.
yellow. Ember, yes. I almost said ember. I don't know. Yeah. Here you go. So it's going to be yellow.
Yeah,
And then now instead of making it food, I can turn it into gold, which is nice.
you have options.
I have some options.
All right, I'm going to take the undermining action.
Okay.
So I get to take 2 of these orange actions, but let me do the. Oh no, it's ore.
It's ore.
Ah,
It's ore.
wait, that's less cool.
Yeah. You can't do them both.
I can't do them both.
No.
I guess I'll just go to the undergrowth.
Okay.
I just wanted 2 wood.
2 wood.
So 1, 2. I have 3 wood now, and then the 1. I guess I will spend down my yellow
Okay.
for 2 food.
Okay.
1, 2, and then I will activate my shelf
To get it
to
back.
bring this back up to 2.
Wow, look at you.
All right, back to
Working
you.
it. Okay. I think I am going to go to the masonry.
Okay.
So this one's going to allow me to build a wall, gain a resource of my choice, and then also activate a building. So I'll decide this in a second. I'm going
Okay.
to for sure want to take my stone up by 1 as
Uh-huh.
this one. And then my 1 that I want to activate, I think I'm just going to activate, honestly, this one.
Your cave entrance?
Yeah, I need some building material. Like,
Okay.
I'd love to do some of this other stuff, but
Yeah.
it's getting hard.
It's good.
It's getting
It's hard out here,
It's
right?
hard out here. So I'm going to just go ahead and get myself a wood, I think. You know what? Instead of the wood, I'm actually going to be doing this one, my grindstone. So I'll spend 1 of my yellow
Okay.
to gain 3 food instead. 1, 2, 3.
Okay,
There
let's
we
just put this here just to keep track.
Keep track.
Make sure, since we're doing a switcheroo.
My silliness. So I'm going to go ahead and just place this wall right here. So now we have a wall that's kind of like that.
Nice.
Yep.
Very good. All right, back to me.
Back to you.
I'm going to take the. Oh, wait. I just realized that that's going to cost a lot.
3 food.
It is, but I still don't have enough.
You could spend the 1 gold.
Are
Are you trying to build 2 buildings?
Inefficient this time around. You know, I've come so far, I'll just do it.
Okay.
This is me being stubborn now.
Yeah.
I just want to force this to happen. So the first one is 1 food per worker, so 3.
Mm-hmm.
This is at 3,
Three, yep.
right? So that's that. And then I can place out a room. I'm going to furnish my cavern with a redding room.
Yeah.
So this is going to cost me a stone, and it only requires me to have the 1.
Single
I can
wall.
have other walls, but where I'm going to place it, it's just going to have the 1 wall. So this is a 1 stone. And from now on, anytime I gain 1 to 3 of the green resource, I get food, 1 food.
Ooh.
So I'm going to place this here because this is the 1 wall
Mhm.
right there. And for my second room, I'm going to spend a point, unfortunately. Oh,
Yeah.
no. Oh, regrets. And with that, I think I'm going to build the junction room.
Yeah, it's a good one.
because it's going to give me 6 points. It's the most lucrative. Well, no, this is the most lucrative, but still, it's a lot of points. And it cost me 2 wood, 1, 2. I have to have 2 opposite walls. So I have that configuration
Yeah.
here since I built this wall earlier. And this is going to allow me to turn in any 3 resources for 2 gold. So
Gotcha.
that's not bad.
That is pretty
We're
good.
building. We're building. So as soon as somebody fills up their entire cave, by the way, they get this. And this allows them to build out one final furnishing furnishing
That's
room,
double-sided
basically.
also.
Yeah, it's double-sided depending on what wall configuration you want. So back to you
Mm-hmm.
for your final
Last
action.
one. Okay, I think I want to do the expansion. Is that what that says right
Yes.
there? So that is going to be excavating, and then I'm going to be spending 5 food.
Oh,
Doesn't feel good.
we're
but
going to excavate.
This one right here. So I'm moving into this area. Let's see
Cool.
what I've revealed. It is something that's worth a lot of points, but
Wow.
also a hard configuration.
Digging cave, yeah, it requires 3 walls. It's 8 points, but it lets you turn in 1 gold to excavate. So
Okay,
it's
and
kind
it's
of
worth,
like
it's worth 8 points also.
worth 8 points. It's quite a lot.
Yeah, so now I have to pay the 5 food. So here's 4. And then I will make my grain represent the other one with the anytime action. So that's 5 to be able to go ahead and furnish this cavern. And with this L-shaped configuration, I think I can do the food corner. This one's going to cost me my 1 stone. And then now, anytime I activate this, my food gets bumped up to a 3.
Nice.
My food's at a 0. So that seems like something I'm going to want to do. It's worth 3 points.
Yeah, yeah.
There we go.
And remember, anytime you see that upward arrow, you're filling it up to that
Up to.
number. So if you're already there, you don't go past it.
The
And
best
you also
time to-
don't bring it down.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
The best time to do it is when you're at 0, and then it gets diminishing
Yeah,
returns as you
right.
go up.
All right, for my last action, I'm going to do cultivation.
Yeah.
So 2 of the yellow, 1 of the green, because I'm gaining 1 of those. I also get a food because of my reading room.
That's good.
And then my 1 orange tile activation is going to be the spinning wheel.
Okay.
I've saved up all my flax for this moment. So 3 flax gives me 2 gold. So I'm spending this all the way down, and I get 2 gold. All right, that's grand. That's the end of the round.
And you get to go again.
I do. I get to go again. I did not calculate that into my strategy.
This is yours.
But thank you.
Okay,
Let's go ahead and reset these. And then, are you ready to reveal the next tile?
Revelations. Yeah, let's see what we got.
Here we go. We have breach. So you can, I think it's called raising a wall. You basically remove the wall to get 2 stone, 3 food, and a gold.
Oh, well, okay.
So
you just convert a wall into
convert
that
a wall.
stuff.
And again, it does not change any of the rooms that you've already furnished in your cavern because you only needed to meet that requirement upon building them. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to start by taking the expansion action.
Okay.
We don't have maybe the best options out here, but I'm going to start by excavating this room.
Okay.
Now we have the warehouse. So for the low price of 2 wood, you can convert 2 food into 1 of each of these 4 things. Wow, that's not bad.
For 2 points?
It is worth 2 points. I have to pay 5 food. So here's 1, and then all 4 of these for a total of 5 food.
Yeah.
To build one of these. I was thinking about building the tunnel.
Yeah, you have the configuration.
I do. I think that's the only configuration that I have. So maybe that's my only option.
Yeah, because this one costs 2 wood, so technically, these are optional walls, so yes, you could technically build this one, but
no,
you
I
don't
can't
have enough wood.
because this is on the opposite side of this wall, and you're not allowed to have another wall there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be the tunnel.
It must be.
So I'm doing it. It's going to cost me 1 wood, and it'll allow me to take 2 food plus a stone up to a maximum of 3.
I like it.
So that's me.
Okay, I think I'm going to do undermining, and I'm actually going to do the thing on the left, which is going to activate 2 of these rooms.
Okay.
The first room I want to activate is this one right here, which is going to get my food up to 3. That's why I bought that tile, or furnished my cavern with it.
Nice.
And then the next, the next thing,
Number 2?
number 2 is I think I want to get myself a resource. Look at how poor I am at building things. So
I mean,
yeah,
I don't have that many either.
I know it's not very good, but I'm gonna have to do this. I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and take myself a nice, clean stone. There we
Okay.
go.
Done?
Yeah.
All right. Well, seeing as this wall is currently useless, I'm going to use the breach.
You're breaking it down.
Yeah, it gives me a point just for doing it.
That's
So I'm breaking down, I'm raising the wall. Oops.
good. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I'm destroying my entire cave actually. So I remove that. I get 2 stone. 1, 2, 3 food. So this goes up to 3. And, oh wait, what am I doing? A gold.
That's good.
There you go.
That's a
That's
lot.
me. All right, back to you.
Well, I need to make more space in my cave. Everything is blocked in, so I'm going to have to do excavation here.
Okay.
So the first thing I'm going to get is that stone at the bottom. And then I'm also going to go ahead and open this one up right here.
Nice.
And that's going to expose food, so that's good for me. We have another tile, the bakehouse.
Ooh.
This is one that has to be encircled almost fully on 3 sides by walls.
Yeah.
It's worth 6 points and allows you to convert more of your yellow into more stuff.
Interesting. All right, I'm just going to make this a little bit more dramatic just so we can keep track. So it looks like we both taken 2 actions. This is my last one. Well, I can no longer excavate because I snoozed. I should have thought about that. So I'm just going to, do I want to cultivate?
Ooh.
Yeah, let's do it. I don't really have anything anymore.
That's how I feel.
So first I'm going to activate my shelf.
Okay.
And that will allow me to, I'm going to bring up this by 2.
Okay.
And doing so gets me 1 food because the rulebook specifically says whenever you get 1 to 3 flax for whatever reason, you get a food. So that's that. And then the bottom action gives me 2 of these and 1 more flax, which gets me another food.
Another food.
So I'm a little bit more prepared for the next round. All right,
Another
that's
action,
me.
huh?
So now for you, for your last action, Naveen, what would you like to do? And if I remember correctly, since we're kind of getting towards the end of the game here, I think there's an action that you can only take if you have more gold than your opponent, right?
Yes, if you have like physically more gold. So
Yes.
Monique would be eligible for that. I would not be eligible.
I just wanted to give you early notice because that sneaks up on us.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about it. So I'm gonna do undergrowth.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get myself 2 wood.
Okay.
So 1, 2, and then I get to activate one of my tiles. This might be the perfect time to do the furniture workshop. The 2 wood I just used, and then 1 of the green to get 3 gold.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So let's go ahead and go with this one. 2 wood's gonna get lost. The 2 wood I just gained, and then 1 of my greens to get myself 3 gold. So now,
nice. Now we're tied.
Now we're there. Yeah.
It's kind of like I warned you just now.
Kinda, yeah. Well, some of these things might require gold. Perhaps the treasury requires gold.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the end of the round, right? Yep. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and square this off.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go first.
You are. There you go. Let's go ahead and reveal the tile. What are we? Is this a 6th round?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. We have Expedition.
Oh.
So 5 wood or 5 stone for 4 gold, or activate 3 of your orange rooms.
All right, I think the first action I'm going to take is undermining, and I'm going to do the one on the right. I can excavate even through walls. So I have a wall right here.
Okay.
I'm going to excavate this one right here, like we're going underground, and now we're going to reveal this one. It's the weaving room with 5 points, and you can convert some of your green stuff into other stuff.
Okay.
There you go.
Wow, that's not bad.
Yeah.
All right, well, before this gets taken by anyone else, I'm going to go on the expedition.
3 rooms,
lets me do 3 rooms. First room, of course, is going to be the reading room.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend, not the reading room, what am I doing?
That's just an ongoing
The spinning
effect.
wheel, yeah. So.
Spending 3 for 2 gold?
Yeah, I was thinking that's a bad exchange, but it's efficient.
It's 1 action versus multiple actions there. Yeah.
All right, I'm spending this all the way down for 2 gold. Oh, what am I doing?
Yep.
1, 2, I'm lost. I'm lost in this world.
You're doing good.
Okay, then I'm going to use my shelf, of course, to bring this back up to 2, which gets me a food. And then finally, the junction room. So the junction room allows me to spend any 3 different type of goods, and these are all goods, for 2 gold. Okay. So I'm going to go with food, stone, and yellow. And that's for 2 gold. 1, 2. Okay. All right. I believe that's everything. Good. I like the orange room tapping there.
That was
That's
good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, back to you.
To me. Okay. I think I'm going to do the masonry right here. So I'm going to get myself 1 wood. And then I'm going to build a wall. And I think I'm going to build this wall right here. So a nice little walled in section.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah. and and then I get to activate 1 of these.
Yeah, there's 1 furnishing. Is this the only one? Well, there's definitely this one.
As of right now.
That requires you to have all 4 walls encircling, and it's the treasury. It gets you 10 points. You have to put down a down payment of 3 gold to get it.
You do.
But it'll basically give you interest on your gold. You turn in 3 gold to get 4.
And
a food.
It nets you 7, right? 10 minus the 3.
Right.
So And then surprisingly, I'm going to activate my my cave entrance
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm going to want 1 wood. So there we go.
There you go.
So that wood is flexible because it can allow me in the future to use this tile, the
Mhm.
furniture workshop, to get the 3 gold that I'm going to need to then turn in. So maybe I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, back to me. I am going to excavate.
Nice.
So
Are
I'm
you
just
gonna do
gonna
a double?
I'm gonna take the 1 stone. Yes. 1, 2, 2 food for the double excavation.
Double excavation.
And I'm gonna excavate both of these. So this is the stateroom.
Mm.
Wow, it costs, okay, so this is 12 points. It costs
7
7 gold.
You have 7 gold, Monique.
I do. It's going to give you 1 gold and 1 green.
Which gets
I
you
don't know,
food.
that doesn't seem that great.
Seems
and then this
good.
one. And this is a blue room, the dungeon.
Mm.
So it's okay, I was wrong. So there are more that require you to fully encircle. And this lets you turn in a wall for 2 gold.
Also seems pretty good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Or maybe when you raise. No, sorry, I'm totally wrong. Whenever you build a wall, you get 2 gold.
Ah.
So there you go. Maybe
Okay.
it's like you found gold in that room.
Oh, that makes sense.
I don't know. I'm making it up.
Actions are valuable. I would really love to take this one right here, but
Okay.
I think I'm going to do the expansion instead so I can do 2 things.
Okay.
So I'm going to do expansion. I'm going to excavate this room.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have the sacrificial altar. It's worth 7 points, costs 4 stone to do it. You turn in all these different resources to get 3 gold. There you go.
And even though we haven't been pointing out the orthogonal path, that was, you were able to do that because anytime you have an open room, you can basically just walk through
Yeah. Had this been covered up with one of these tiles down? No.
Yeah.
But because it was open, I chopped away at it.
Yeah.
All right. So then I'm going to do the bottom action. I'm not going to be spending gold because I'm going to need this gold, but I'm going to spend 5 food. So
Okay.
4 down to nothing. And then this 1 yellow is going to represent my other one.
Okay.
So there we go. And then I think I am going to do the treasury. I've had my eyes set on it for so long. Well, let's see. Actually, there's no true rush for me to do that right now, technically.
Wow.
Because you're not completely
You're
encircled.
saying I'm not a risk
You're not encircled completely.
yet.
You know, I'm still going to do the treasury, even though the pressure's not too on for
All
it.
of that talk.
Yeah, it's just because some of the other things cost resources that I'm not willing to give up as of
Okay.
right now. So this is going to cost me 3 gold.
Okay.
It is worth 10 points at the end, and now I can
Yes.
turn in 3 gold in the
Right.
future for 4 and
For
a
that
food.
interest.
Yeah. I have no food. I have nothing going for me right now. So that's it. I
Don't
have a
say it.
walled off treasury.
So sad, like,
I know.
you have all these, you have a beautiful cavern to show for it.
Yeah, that's true. I do. Yeah.
All right. Well, back to me for my final action.
Yep.
I'm going to take the undergrowth action.
Okay.
So I needed some wood. So here's 2 wood, and then I can activate 1 orange tile, which will be this one. This is
yeah.
a nice one.
Gold.
I need 3 goods. So let's do, now I don't know which one stack to spend. Food, stone, and yellow
Sure.
for 2 gold. So we're at 9.
Man,
All right. That's it. That's the end of
Gold.
the round. So let's go ahead and reset this.
Yep.
Are you upset about the gold?
You found a way to get gold, to convert gold.
It's not the most ideal combination of rooms. I think in the past we've had a better kind of combination going, but it really depends on when the room tiles
Show up, yeah.
Show up, yeah. So here we go. Thank you. I'm now first player. Pen
Last of 3.
Ultimate round.
So we're going to get 3 actions.
Drift mining.
There you go.
So you can
Activate and excavate.
Yeah, yeah. Well, seeing as currently there's only 1 action that lets you build a wall,
Okay.
I have to take it. So masonry.
Okay.
Here we go. I'm going to build a wall here. I'm
Interesting.
going to take, I guess I'll take a wood.
Okay.
So there's that. And then now I can activate
1 room.
1 room. I'm going to go junction room. I have not mathed this out,
Just doing it again.
but I'm just going to do it again.
Keep tapping it.
I am going to tap it. So let's do the wood.
Okay. 1.
Let's go
3
1
different resources. So that's 1,
wood. I guess this one.
2, 3.
I guess no, leave that up and do the food, right?
Ooh, okay.
Like why do
Yeah.
this? So that's that, and I get 2 more. So I'm gonna flip this over, and it's gonna go
That's
there
a good way
for
to get
11.
points.
Yeah. All right. That's me.
Very good.
Back to you.
Ah, boy. Well, I think I want to do this one where I want to activate 3 rooms.
Okay.
Expedition.
Yeah,
So,
that's nice.
first room I'm activating is get my food up to 3.
Mm-hmm.
That seems very important to me.
Mm-hmm.
Next room I'm going to activate is going to be the furniture workshop, which is going to get me to spend my 1 green, 2 wood to get 3 gold. And then we're going to go 1, 2, and 3.
Nice.
And then the last one I'm going to activate is that treasury. So I'm going to turn that 3 gold
Into 4. You
into
just turned it into
4. Yeah,
Right.
that's right. That's right. Yeah, and then 1 food.
Nice.
There we go.
All right.
Lots of work for. I don't know what happened there in the end. I got food and a gold in the end.
What do you mean in the end? You did fine.
In the
That was
end.
fine in the end.
In the end.
All right. I am going to, let's go cultivation.
Okay.
So
So definitely the 2 yellow and the 1 green, which is going to get you a food.
yes. 2 yellow, 1, 2, 1 green gets me a food. Okay. The one that I'm going to activate, I only get 1.
Are you going back to the junction room?
No, this might be not smart.
Mhm.
But you really have to min max, the point values
agree.
to really maximize this, and I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the tunnel. So 2 food, 1, 2,
And 1 stone.
and 2 stone.
2 stone, is
Oh
it?
no, 1 stone. Hold on.
No good?
Hold on. That's not what I wanted. I guess I'll just do the spinning wheel then.
Mm.
Let's go 3 to 0, and
2
I
gold?
get 2 gold. 1, 2.
You're going to get to that 19, aren't you?
I'm going to try. I don't know if
You're
I
gonna
will
get to
though. We'll see.
Okay, I think I'm going to do the breach. So let's go ahead and break down one of these walls. Let's just break this wall here. So this is legal for this treasure to still remain. So that goes out. I get 2 stone. So we go to 4. What else do I get? I get 3
You
food.
get 3 food
So
and a
4 to
gold.
7, and then I get a gold. Yeah, thank you.
Nice. Beautiful.
Seemed good.
All right, last action before we go into the final round. Oh my goodness. I guess we gotta build some rooms, right? Let's do it. Housework.
Okay.
So two different furnishings.
Yeah, you can do 2.
I have to spend 3 food. Here's 2. And 1 of these.
Yep.
For the 3rd.
That's the wild.
And I think I will build, I could do the stateroom,
Okay.
but that's gonna cost so much gold. You know what? I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah, you're going to net 5.
I'm at 13.
Minus 7.
Minus 7. What is that? 6?
Yep. Okay.
Tricky. So it does net me 5 because it's going to give me 12 points, and it will get me a green and a gold whenever I activate it.
Yeah.
Let's go here because I have that configuration.
And then you want to collect green because you get food every time you get green. So
Here's the thing. I guess this is good because we can kind of level the playing field.
for who?
If I want to build a second room,
Oh.
I have to spend a gold.
Okay.
So we'll be tied.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I guess that makes it kind of interesting, right?
For me, it does.
We'll be tied for the
you?
final round.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
I do go first.
You do go first. Oh no.
I do go first.
I don't think we're going to be tied because if I want to build this, I have to spend another gold.
Ah, yeah.
I'm just going to do it. I'm going to say who cares about that.
I'm
I
going
don't
first
remember.
anyway, right? So even if we were tied, then I would get the right to go to that first option.
Yeah, if you care about it.
I don't even remember what the action
I
is.
don't
to be
remember it
honest.
either. But there you go. I spent the gold and the stone. And if you're curious, when you activate this room, it brings all of your goods tiles to 1.
Yep.
So if I were to activate this now, I would get 1 green, a stone, and a food.
It's good. It's worth 6 points.
It's worth 6 points. That's kind of the biggest thing here for me. All right, that's it. That's it for me.
So you're going to have to excavate because you have no more space.
If I want to build rooms,
Yeah, you could just be activating your
at
tiles.
some point, maybe I should have just been activating my tiles. Maybe I'm playing this all wrong. Maybe I should have just been making resources and then activating my rooms.
I mean,
might
the
be
math
the
will probably
answer.
work out in your favor in the
We'll
end.
see. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's this mysterious room that we have to unveil.
Okay, knowing that I'm going to go first on the next round, I think I'm going to go with undergrowth. So I'm going to get 2 wood, 1, 2, and then I am going to activate 1 tile. The 1 tile is going to be the treasury, turning 3 into 4 technically, and then gaining 1 food.
Okay.
There we go. All right, that is it. We are going into our very last round,
Yes.
finish of the penultimate round, as most people like to say. And now let's reveal that 4th tile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the tile that we've been talking about for so long. Here we go. The renovation. If you have more gold than the opponent, you can take this action. And it basically allows you to build a wall and furnish a cavern.
I like it.
And you don't have to pay any additional cost to furnish the cavern, unlike these other areas that require you to pay some combination of food or gold. So Naveen, you're going first.
So
and
it's a free furnishing.
it is. It's not free. You still have to pay the cost of the actual
Just
furnishing.
the food is not the
yes,
cost.
the extra cost is not there.
Well, seeing as I have
and
more
we're
gold,
taking 4 actions.
we're taking
this
4
round,
actions, yeah.
By the way,
Seeing as I have right now in this moment
Yes.
more gold, because you have a way to make more gold,
are you doing this?
I'm definitely going to do that.
There you go.
Okay, so I am going to build this wall here. So I'm creating a complete box.
Okay.
And then I'm going to furnish the dungeon. So the dungeon is going to get 11 points. It's going to cost 4 gold, though. So it's going to cost 3 stone, so 4 to 1. 4 gold, 6 down to 2. And then this one's just going to plop right on in there.
Nice.
Just like that. So I got my first blue building.
Yes.
My blue room.
So anytime you build a wall, you get two gold.
Yeah.
It's going to get you 2 points. Very good. Well, I think I'm going to take the expedition action.
Yeah.
So, how nice to be able to spend 5 wood or 4 gold.
Yeah.
So first thing, I'm going to use my shelf to bring this up
green
to
up.
2, which gets me a food. And then I'm going to use the stateroom. So that's another green and another food and a gold.
Yep.
And finally, the spinning wheel to bring this
3 down
to 0,
to get
which
2 gold.
gets me 2 gold.
Man.
So that's
You
not
got a little engine there.
bad. I think that was 3 points.
Yep.
Which is not bad.
Not bad.
Okay, back to you.
Okay. Good old cultivation, I think we're going to do it. So I'm going to get myself 2 yellow, 1, 2, 1 green, and then the one room I'm going to activate is going to be the workshop right here because it's going to get me 3 gold. So if I spend 2 wood, 1, 2, 1 green, gets me my 3 gold, so 2 goes up to 5.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's better than I did so much to get 3 gold and you just did that.
Yeah, forgot about that one.
Well, I think I'd better take this while I still can.
Okay.
So activating 2 different buildings or 2 different orange rooms. So let's go with the stateroom again. That's just an easy point.
Sure.
So 1 green and a food and a gold. And then I think it has to be the junction room, right?
Okay.
So 3 different goods. Let's go yellow, food, and wood.
Yeah, makes sense.
And that's for 1 and 2.
Yep.
So I'm at 10.
You're at 10.
Gold. All right. Back to you.
I got, 2 more actions?
2 more actions.
It's in my best interest to build a wall.
Yeah?
Because I have this one, which gets me
That's
2 gold
right.
just from building a wall.
That's so nice.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to do masonry. So we're going to go up. Let's build a wall. And I'm just going to build it in just some random corner over here. Because I actually don't really care for the wall to make anything for me here.
Really?
I don't think so.
You still have a spot where you can build something.
Yeah, what can you cannot build right now?
There is the expansion action. That's kind of like a
And
combo.
there's also this one right here. Yeah. Okay, you sold me, Monique.
Yeah.
Fine.
You
I'll
should
do that.
still be strategic, I
There
think.
we go. I'll put that there.
Okay.
Okay. And because I built a wall, I get 2 gold. So we're going to go from 5 to 7. So I'll take a stone, I think.
Okay.
And then for the last action, surprisingly, I'm just going to do cave entrance.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to
Just
get
the
myself
one, huh?
1 old wood.
Okay. Well, sometimes that can save you in a pinch.
Yeah.
All right. 3rd action. I think I'm going to go drift mining.
Okay.
Because this gives me some flexibility. I can excavate and I'll have the option of seeing what it is before
you make your decision.
Before I make my decision on the room. So I'm going to excavate this rooms because I have the option of this one or this one. But it looks like this one's going to be the most versatile in terms of what I'll be able to build.
Yeah, if you can get to wood, then you can make this with an L shape over here.
Right. And these are also an option. Okay. So we have gold vein. It's 9 points. You pay 5 gold and
it's worth 9.
It's worth 9. So it's going to net you 4. Interesting. As tempting as it is to activate that, I am going to have to settle for 1 fewer gold and take this because if I want to build out another room, I'm going to need some food.
Some food, yeah.
So green, which gets me a food and
a gold.
Okay. That's that.
Wow.
Naveen, final action. I have a feeling I know what you're going to
do. Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do, I'm going to get 1 food. And then because we're in this round, it cost me 4 food. So it's going to go 9 down to 5. And then the bakehouse is available to make. So I have exactly the resources needed and the wall configuration. So it's going to be 1 wood, 2 stone. It's going to be worth 6 points. And I have that wall configuration just like you had instructed me to do so.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Well, I was thinking about doing the weaving room. And then I was like, oh, you know what? You're right. I can do this. So this is just going to drop in there. And that's going to get me 6 points.
Yes.
I was looking at this. Technically, I could have built that gold vein you exposed.
I know.
But it would have cost 5 to get just 4 back in addition to the 5 that I would have spent. So
I would have been very sad because that's
that's what you're going to build?
That is my final plan.
Yeah.
Where can I even go to do this?
There's 2 places.
Here? Well, no, here. This is a cheaper one. It's 4 food.
It is cheaper, but I will say by you doing this one, you could technically expose something that might be a better option just on a random chance.
That's true. Naveen, brilliance. Yeah. All right, let's do this. Because the food is not going to be worth anything.
You have 5 food,
game,
right?
So I do. All right, it has to be this one.
It has to be that one.
We have prospecting site.
There you go.
Is this? Can I? Oh, I can.
I think you
oh,
can.
And it's technically, there's no extra cost, and it's 5 points.
It nets you 1 extra point.
It does.
Instead of 4, you're going to get 5.
Wow.
There you go.
This, if you're curious, whenever you take the undergrowth action, you can turn 1 food into 1 gold. So if you get this nice and early,
it literally costs nothing to build.
It's a really nice one. Okay.
Wow.
I'm going to do it. And I guess I'll put it here.
Yeah.
Right?
1 wall and
Beautiful.
1 optional wall. There you go.
Well,
you netted 1 extra point.
I needed to spend 5 food to do that.
Or 2 gold.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you for the gold clarification there.
Sure.
But
yeah.
that is it.
That's it.
We've reached the end of the game. I'm certain that we had so many inefficiencies
Probably.
or just things that we could have done instead to have scored higher, but you're in the heat of the moment and we're just making quick decisions here, I think.
Yep.
All right, are you ready to score this?
Yeah.
Okay, it is fairly simple. We're just going to get our points from all of the shields on our buildings plus any leftover gold. So do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. Let's just count starting from the top left, shall we?
Okay.
So 12 plus 6 is 18 plus 6 is 24, plus 3, 27,
30.
plus 3 is 30, 33, plus 4, 37, plus 5, 42, plus 11, 53. All right.
Ooh.
53. So we haven't done a live account in a long time.
53 is a lot of points.
Shall we do yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
10 plus 11, 21. 21 plus 9 is 30. 36. Then we have
45.
45 plus 7.
52?
52.
Is it 52?
What'd you get again?
Oh,
53?
yeah.
I
Wait,
gave you
I
that
said
point.
53? It was 53, right?
There you go. And you did help me with the bakehouse.
Oh
so.
my gosh, that is so funny. We've been having really, really close
53,
games lately.
52. It's now sinking in.
Yeah, you won't sleep. This is going to be like the fish plate thing all over again.
Every Uwe Rosenberg game.
He's going to be doing his math, looking back at the video. What could it have been?
You know,
Where's
we
that
just
extra
want to
point?
have the most efficient game as much as possible whenever we play.
Yeah.
So to see an option like that, like, well, maybe you should do this thing just to kind of go down. So,
Yeah,
good
this is
job.
co-op.
That was good. Good job.
Good job.
Well done, Nice.
Thank you. Anyway, that is Caverna Cave versus Cave. Clearly, there's a lot of drama that can unfold with these, specifically the 2-player games, because they're quite tight. You know, we experienced that in the Agricola All Creatures Big and Small as well.
Oh, yeah.
But what are your thoughts on this, Naveen?
You know, the first time I played it, we just played it with just like lay out the tiles, have everything shuffled, and play. And we didn't really know what was on the horizon, like in terms of the other actions. So the first time I played it, I was like, it's okay. You know, and then as we've played it more, I've actually appreciated it even more.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you can create synergies with the different buildings. In previous plays, definitely the very first play, it did not feel good having Monique had this gold engine where she was like converting gold and then getting other buildings just to do like the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
And you were just basically just hitting it constantly, and I think you had like a 15-point spread on me in that one.
Really depends on the timing of what order the building tiles get revealed as to like how you can create your engine. But yeah, that time
didn't feel as good.
Not good.
That was the very first time, and then ever since then, like knowing
better.
more about what tiles are available and what's going to come out. I actually really enjoy it. It's really fun.
I really like how self-contained these 2-player games are, including All Creatures Big and Small. They come in small boxes. They don't have quite as many pieces as the big box games, and they're so much faster to play. You can pretty much just bring it with you. You know, I'm going traveling or something, and you have like a nice Uwe feel in a small box.
This does not take up a lot of space, which is really nice.
Yeah, and I think the thing that's really interesting about both of them is the system that he's created with them. You literally just have to expand it with more building tiles.
Yep.
More furnishing tiles in the case of this game, and you have a different feel, different strategy, more replayability, right?
Yeah, this one's called Era 1. There's an Era 2 that I was doing some reading on, and I guess it adds like forgeable weapons, just like in regular Caverna.
That's cool.
And I think like you can use donkeys to send like ore outside of your mine or something like that. I don't remember the exact details, but so that's its own standalone. I don't know if it's a standalone box or it's like an add-on, but
yeah, we don't really know much. We didn't know a whole lot about this one actually before going into it, but we picked it up at a recent
at our local convention.
Yeah, so
it
we
was
thought
an option. So I was like, let's get it.
Throw it in there.
Yeah.
These are small, fast, easy to get into kind of games, and And it's really interesting to see how Uwe Rosenberg can take like one aspect of a game and then construct something out of it. But Lacerda did something fairly recently with both Lisboa as well as Kanban. He co-designed Mercado de Lisboa.
Yep.
And then there was Bot Factory.
Bot Factory,
right?
like Kanban, yeah.
It's almost like a designing exercise for them, where they just kind of like take one little aspect,
take one of your favorite
and
mechanisms,
make a whole game.
Yeah, exactly. So this one is you're not going out and farming like in regular Caverna. You're just purely doing the cave part, where you're just going to furnish the caves.
You're just
excavate.
furnishing.
I really enjoy the turn order sequence of the game. Like if I'm going last, then I definitely know, because like on that very last action, to be able to contain an entire section, knowing that I was going to have access to that dungeon, and it was going to be a lot of points, felt really good. Just like thinking that, like, okay, I can math this out.
Yes.
I don't know.
That is interesting, and we also saw that in Newsfjord, which we covered recently. The thing that I like about this game, which I think is so interesting, seeing that it's such a small box, 2-player only game, is the engine building, and in terms of the activation mechanic.
Yeah.
So you customize your cave, and then you have options for actions that just get bigger and bigger as you go along, and the actions come out in different order depending on how you shuffle the tiles and such. Yeah. And then you get to decide based off of which furnishings you placed in your cavern, which ones to activate. So the first time we played this, it almost felt a little bit not random, but just like the cave walls weren't that, like, not a whole lot of them require you to have a certain cave wall configuration.
Yeah.
It's a pretty minute detail in the game. It felt like it would be bigger because you need to have that orientation on your board in order for you to just furnish the cavern with that room. But I don't know, did you feel the same way? It's not really such a huge aspect.
I mean, for me, it was in this particular game because I got both of those tiles, the 10 and the 11 point, that needed to be completely surrounded, meaning I had to build a central wall and then have other walls. I even used a breach mechanism, and then the dungeon itself was build walls to get gold. So in this particular game, I was actually thinking way more about the walls versus in earlier plays where I was like, we'll see.
The walls can lead you in a direction, especially because you're kind of just seeing what's available and trying to build what you can afford and what you already have configured. But outside of that, these are actions that you're putting into your cave. So you really also want to be strategic about which actions can synergize with what you already have.
Yeah.
So like creating that gold engine was huge because you're basically creating a points engine for yourself. Seeing as, building a furnishing is not always going to be available to you, right? You need other ways to get points. And that's Dexter being grumpy. And that's somebody outside. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I think that these games are really, really interesting. They definitely don't replace the big box games. But they're just so much. I can see why people maybe get into these games more often than, like, say, Agricola or Caverna.
This one is very easy to just set up and get going. Like Caverna, like when you're like, all right, we're playing this big box game. Like, get ready for it. I have not played the Inland Port, which is the Le Havre version. I think you said you played it many years ago.
It is interesting. I prefer these two, I think, over that one. Because these two have more of the Uwe feel, but it's also an interesting port.
Yeah, we're not in possession of that one, so I don't think we're going to be covering that particular one. Maybe down the road in the future.
Maybe. This series needs to come to a close.
We do need to wrap up the series. Yeah, it'd be nice. Yeah.
But anyway, that is Caverna Cave versus Cave. If you played this before, we would love to hear your thoughts on it as usual. Just leave us a comment down below. And otherwise, we will be continuing our Uwe Rosenberg series within the next couple of weeks, wrapping this up with our last two titles.
Yeah, Ray Colt is definitely the next one. And then we're definitely going to be doing Atiwa for sure.
That is the big ending finale, I think, right?
So, yeah.
And then we'll have our full lineup.
Yep. Thank you all so much for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please consider subscribing.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.